and welcome to GameSpot Presents The Mix at GDC 2016. I'm Mary, and I am here with Roque. You're here from Coffee Powered Machine, and you're going to show me a pretty interesting game called Okhlos, but it's like basically you are controlling little people that worship you, and you're kind of like wreaking havoc on a town.
Yeah, actually, it's like you are a philosopher, and you have to gather an angry mob of Greek people.
You're basically controlling angry mob.
Yeah.
As my family used to always say, the masses are asses. So let's get into this. And right now, you can already see you're acquiring people by simply running into them.
Yeah.
By touching them. You say you're a philosopher, but I would almost like compare you to like some kind of
religious
a religious thing.
Yeah,
you almost like people are kind of following you like Jesus, but you use them for mostly harm. You're using them as an aggressive mob. So you can see him right here. He's got the 1P above him. And
that's the main philosopher.
Yeah.
Actually, you control a lot of philosophers.
You can switch around.
Yeah, not switch around, but anytime someone kills your guy, you will start controlling the next philosopher.
Okay.
So you should always be sure to have philosophers. Right now, I only have this one, so if I die, it's game over for me.
You want to have backups so that they're basically like extra lives. If you die, then you can keep
every
going.
philosopher is alive.
But like going back to the main gameplay, so all these dudes are following. Basically, it's like a little sign that you have, your little signpost, and they follow that, and they do what you tell them from following it.
To attack, to defense.
That's right. They're attacking this like giant Greek dude over there. He's got a lot of health, and he can hurt your people, right? So each of these people can die as well as you. You can feed them. In the lower left-hand corner, you have a D-pad. With that, you have different options that you can do. I know you can feed them to give everybody a big boost of health if they're all hurting.
Exactly. Actually, you have like 5 types of units that 6 types of units you can have. The philosophers are, as you said, your lives. The slaves are the ones who controls who can carry items. If you don't have the slaves in your mob, you can't use the items. For example, I have this weird helmet that will spawn a phantom mob that will stay for a few minutes working with me. You also have made a shield that makes
that guy just took a big chunk out of your health.
I'm about to die.
Kill him.
Here's another philosopher, but I don't have space in my mob. You see?
Oh, that's right. You have 25 out of 25, which is the max. But if somebody in your mob were to die...
Yeah, I have to make someone die. No, but...
Can you do that on purpose? Would you ever want to purposely kill your mob?
No, we should have that option. Sometimes it's
Wait, what's happening right now? Did you just get them all high?
No, that's... If you get near, you will get drowsy with these oracular smokes things.
But you just had them destroy it for you.
Yeah. The philosopher, the character, your character is the one that can't get near those. But any other, it's okay. The units in the game are very expendable. And now, for example, this is
You're just like hurling bodies and whatever you want, and when they die, like you just get new ones. A little cruel, honestly.
Yeah, but that's democracy.
This is like back in the day where like just the leaders like hurled their men at whatever they wanted, and so be it. Like, what kinds of things are you trying to achieve with this? Like, with all your power, are you just murdering people, or are you trying to get somewhere?
No, actually, there's some kind of philosophical point in the game because I died.
Oh, you did get killed.
Yeah, but the point is that you have to overthrow the gods. You have to, in each world. We can skip the tutorial, right?
Sure, yeah.
In each world, you have to destroy the god of the world. And for example, in Delphi, you will have Apollo, and in Sparta, you will have. I just packed the game. I'm very sorry. Yeah, that screen shouldn't be there. I don't know how to quit it.
Oh, out of this area?
No, how to quit the game. Can I...
Probably just escape it. We'll go back. Do you want to restart it from scratch?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. So we'll come back to us for a second. And we will restart it. Oh.
Work in progress,
None of these games are done. These are all works in progress. But speaking of which, how far along are you in development?
Well, we've been working on the game like for 3 years now. We started in November 2012, and we are very near completion right now. It's like we have 3-4 months maybe, and we really want to wrap up the game. Basically, it's like we
you
still
gotta
need
ship at some point. You can't keep working on it forever.
It's like you want to sometimes because you see very little things that you have to work, you have to address. But yeah, we have to finish the game. Like I hope for June maybe.
Yeah, and this is coming out on PC and Linux, and also iOS is coming out mobile.
No,
just PC and Linux.
And Mac, maybe.
Okay, and maybe Mac if we're lucky.
No, maybe not. Definitely Mac.
Okay.
But maybe that's why it says iOS.
Maybe.
This is the tutorial, and now we can at least see a tutorial.
Sure, we can, but you know, we kind of understand like the basics of it, like as you're touching people to acquire them into your mob. And
you have this twin-stick shooter scheme, where with one stick you control the character, and with the other stick you control where the flag will go. We don't have a name for the flag. It's just a flag for us.
It's like your attack barometer, and like what's interesting about it is not only can you attack people, but you can attack barriers and buildings. Almost everything in this world is destructible with your
everything
people.
in the game.
Everything in this game is destructible with your little people.
Except the heals. Yeah, this is the boundaries of the game.
Right.
But in order to destroy buildings, you have to build up the gauge, the green bar, and that's very tricky. It's like you really have to. This is the tutorial, so it will not show up here. But you really have to be destroying a lot of things in order to have the mob gauge at maximum.
Is it based on a lot in an amount of time, or just
it can
like a certain amount of like a window of time in order to raise the bar?
Yeah, it's a bar that will slowly keep getting lower. So it's like you have to keep on rampage, right? You have to keep destroying things. And this is the store, and because of the tutorial is closed, but here is where you exchange every type of unit for heroes. The heroes are a special type of unit where each hero will give you like a special ability, or will make that the mob will gain, I don't know, 50% of attack power, something like that.
Animation of walking, he just looks like he's dancing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but because I'm the artist of the game, I have a very hard time trying to explain how the sprites in the game should move in a 3D world. Because we are mixing the sprites, the pixel art sprites, and all the buildings and all the stage that is actually 3D. And that's very tricky, because the characters move only in this axis. You see that if he goes up or down, we don't care if how he walks. But with larger enemies, well, you can spot that they move weird. We didn't have that problem with the gods, but with some of the enemies we do have.
And what other kind of enemies can we expect to see? Like obviously there's a lot of guards, but will there be any kind of bosses or large-scale enemies?
At the end of each world, you will have to face a god, one of the Olympian gods. You can face Apollos, Ares, Hades, Zeus. You will have lots of enemies. And also there are hidden in the game secret sub-bosses, which are like the Minotaur, the Hydra.
Oh, they're getting killed on the spikes. Yeah. How do you keep them so contained? Like this kind of thing like really freaks me out. It makes me feel like later on you're gonna have areas where I have to navigate groups of 25 people through these tiny little alleyways.
Yeah, you can have until like 100 people in your mob.
You can? When
you have a trade-off when you run, that the people disperse, but with the LB button you can collapse them, so it's very easy to control them when they're collapsed. The trade-off of this is that the attack power goes very down.
Okay.
It goes down, so you shouldn't attack when the mob is collapsed. Here
That's
you can
interesting. So based on like whether or not you're traversing a precarious area with spikes, or you're just trying to kill everything in sight, you expand and compress your mob.
Exactly.
All right, sweet. Oh no, will that meat actually hurt your mob?
That meat?
Yep, it's poisonous?
Yeah, it does, but in the long run. you see, they start taking damage because it's potion, and if you have them like all near, they start propagating the plague. So you should like run and make every unit which is sick to be far from each other, or they will get contagious.
And spread their disease to
yeah,
people?
Exactly. Right now, because this is an expo mode, a special build, the effect just last like 10 seconds or so. This is the shield that makes you invulnerable for 10 seconds.
Well, that's pretty OP. You just get to destroy everything in sight.
Actually very OP, yeah. Yeah, we're in this instance where we have to balance a lot of the game.
Of course.
But yeah, it's extremely OP. And now that I'm in Mega Chaotic Mob, I can destroy buildings. So basically this wall...
Oh, because you've increased your meter all the way?
Yeah.
So now you're like insane, your mega mobs killing everything.
Yeah, and I can destroy buildings. But we are checking in the tutorial because in the tutorial the bar doesn't go down.
Okay.
And that's
oh
the
my gosh, you're just like murdering everyone.
Yeah, well, the objective is to try to destroy everything you can, no? To keep the
For the greater good? Is it murder for the greater good? Who watches the mob?
Yeah, actually, the philosopher.
Who's the watchman? The philosopher just like makes the rules here? Well, it's pretty aggressive. That is Okhlos. It's a really sweet game. And when can we expect to get that?
We hope in June. That's optimistic. I mean, we still have so much, and we are just 2 people. So we have so much to address that we can say soon, but it's a little bit optimistic. We shouldn't be here in San Francisco. We shouldn't be in Argentina
you shouldn't be showing me your game. Yeah. You should be working on it. All right. Well, that was Okhlos. You guys can expect to see that later this year, hopefully on PC, Mac, and Linux. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching, and thanks for being here.
No, thank you for having us.
Yeah.